Of course. I also have the cargo liner and seat protector.
I mean, the carpet looks brand new.
So what do you think of my trade-in now?
It just went up. Way up.
Thought so.
Protect your investment. Order your American-made products at WeatherTech.com.
Not just any whiteboard. Katie Porter's whiteboard is one way she's
often seen grilling top executives of banks, big pharma, even top administration officials.
Katie Porter, never taken corporate PAC money, never will. Leading the fight to ban congressional stock trading. And the only Democrat who opposed wasteful earmarks that fund politicians' pet projects. Katie Porter, focused on your challenges, from lowering housing costs to fighting climate change. Shake up the Senate with Democrat Katie Porter.
I'm Katie Porter, and I approve this message.
When your whole world revolves around family, preserving things for future generations comes naturally. Marathon in the Florida Keys.
At Wells Fargo, direct deposits come up to 2 days early with early payday. What if everything came 2 days early?
Have a good weekend, Mary.
All right now. Have a good weekend.
But it's Wednesday.
See you Monday.
Am I missing something?
It's the weekend, baby. See you later.
Like getting things 2 days early? When it comes to payday, you can with Wells Fargo.
What are you doing this weekend?
If you look like this, but want to look like this, 2024 is the year you say yes to Dental Implants GPS. Just like all of these people did.
I told myself all I want for Christmas is my teeth.
Call today.
Good morning, I'm Frank Buckley. A dangerous situation on the streets of downtown LA.
As he started to go faster and faster, I started to say, I'm about to die. This is my death right now. I'm about to die.
A woman clings to the hood of a speeding car after thieves stole her dog. The wild story just ahead.
I'm Eric Spillman. The Secretary of Defense has just spoken out about the deaths of those American soldiers from that drone strike in Jordan. Some are now calling for direct retaliation against Iran. I'll have the latest.
And I'm Annie Rose Ramos. Another landslide right here in San Clemente, causing them to shut down the train tracks. Coming up, how it's in fact affecting this community and beyond.
Good morning, I'm Jessica Holmes. The courts are dealing with a trend of what's being called the gray divorce as older couples are calling it quits. We'll explain.
I'm Sam Rubin. We're live in London. Later here, the Grammys have booked a legendary act. We will talk about that. Plus, some folks flying to London from some Grammy celebrations will be here live. You will meet the London Essentials. They're coming up.
Oh, and after a very mild yet windy weekend, these warm temperatures are still going to continue for a day or two. Then after that, we're in for a major storm at the end of January. Finally, we're getting some snow and rain. 70 today, though. Downtown Los Angeles, clear skies, close to 80 degrees. Portions of the San Fernando Valley will be in the 80-degree mark. 79 Orange County inland Empire 78, and the high desert 71 degrees. Full details coming up. Let's go to Ginger with traffic.
We take the rain anytime we can get it, right? Or the snow, I should say. We haven't had much of that. Now, we want to move you back over to the situation along that 91, the eastbound side at Spruce Street, the two right lanes, and then the 60 west to the 215 north is what they're saying is also shut down. You kind of can see how that dumps you right onto that 91 freeway for the Riverside interchange. Big Rig still on its side. We got all the tow units here. There's a wide shoulder. Maybe the heavy-duty tow is waiting and standing by there at the bottom of your screen. Either way, with those two right lanes that are blocked, that spot is going to be a little bit tough. The 14 southbound side right here at the 5, so they're still discussing the crash. That's in the right lane. The fire department is actually in the right lane now, and that drive is now sold out. At first, we saw, spots where you could actually kind of squeeze on through, but now with the solid red lights here, that is not going to be a good one. And the 5 freeway is actually decent until you get closer and closer to at 118 split. And then a little bit of a slowdown that's actually started to improve. We'll watch and keep our eyes on all these things popping up. I'll send it back to you.
President Biden is promising a U.S. response after a drone strike killed 3 U.S. Army soldiers in Jordan. U.S. Central Command says those behind the attack likely had ties to Iran. KTLA's Eric Spillman live in the newsroom with the story for us. Eric, good morning.
Morning, Frank. Just moments ago, we heard from the Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. He's back at the Pentagon for the first time since he was hospitalized for prostate cancer surgery, and he spoke about the deadly drone attack.
Let me start with my outrage and sorrow for the death of 3 brave U.S. troops in Jordan and for the other troops who were wounded. The President and I will not tolerate attack on U.S. forces, and we will take all necessary actions to defend the U.S. and our troops.
3 U.S. Army soldiers were killed when an explosive drone targeted their base in northeastern Jordan near the border with Syria. The base is known as Tower 22, and here's a map to show you where it's located. At least 34 other U.S. service personnel were hurt in that attack. 8 of them had to be flown out of Jordan to hospitals elsewhere. They're now in stable condition. The drone hit the sleeping quarters at the base, which provides logistical support for other U.S. soldiers who are fighting ISIS in Syria. Ever since the Israel-Hamas war began in October, American forces have come under fire by Iranian-backed militias. They've been attacked dozens of times with a mix of drones, rockets, and missiles in Syria and Iraq. Dozens have been wounded, but this is the first time American soldiers have been killed. President Biden visited a church in South Carolina yesterday. He told the congregation that the U.S. will retaliate, and he called for a moment of silence for the fallen Americans.
We had a tough day last night in the Middle East. We lost 3 brave souls in an attack on one of our bases, and we shall respond.
Former President Trump criticized the Biden administration for failing to take enough action against Iran. In a statement, he said, "This brazen attack on the United States is yet another horrific and tragic consequence of Joe Biden's weakness and surrender." And Trump's political opponent, Nikki Haley, who was campaigning in South Carolina, also weighed in.
We lost 3 of our heroes today. And I will tell you, the fact that we lost 3 and dozens were wounded after 160 attacks on our men and women in the military. It is absolutely shameful.
گروه‌های مقاومت در منطقه در تصمیمات و اقدامات خود از جمهوری
This morning, a spokesman for Iran's foreign ministry gave a briefing in Tehran. He said accusations that Iran had ordered the attack on the U.S. soldiers were baseless, and he blamed Israel and the U.S. for causing instability in the region. But in Syria, Iran-backed fighters began evacuating their positions. They are moving out quickly because they're worried that an American airstrike could be coming soon. Jessica.
Okay, Eric, we thank you for that. Here at home, the LAPD investigating the deaths of 4 people in Granada Hills as a murder-suicide. Police found the bodies of 4 people inside of a home along Lerdo Avenue near Zelza Avenue. This was Saturday night. They say one person was alive inside. She directed them to where the bodies were located. That survivor's relationship to the gunman has not been released. Investigators say the suspect in his 80s died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. They believe he first shot his wife, also in her 80s, as well as their 2 adult children who were in their 40s. A motive for the killings remains under investigation.
The LAPD is looking for the suspect or suspects who hit striking workers with metal ball bearings on 2 separate occasions. First incident happened on January 21st as a group of workers picketed outside of a hotel on the 900 block of Figueroa Boulevard. Police say a man and a woman were struck by metal ball bearings and suffered minor injuries. A similar incident happened the next day during a second round of demonstrations in the area. Police say 3 men were injured at that time. All are expected to be okay. Anyone with information on the incident has to call the LAPD.
Cleanup is underway after a landslide closed train tracks between Orange County and San Diego. The tracks used by Amtrak and Metrolink, and there's also concern about the storm that's coming later this week. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos live now in San Clemente with more on that. Annie Rose, good morning.
Well, in the past hour, they brought in heavy machinery through the rail lines in order to work better on that area that it's been impacted by this landslide that happened last Wednesday. Now, we know just above that heavy machinery that you're looking at is the bridge. It's called Mariposa Bridge, and part of that came down with the mud last Wednesday during the middle of that landslide, and that is why they have shut down the rail system, this train service here. They don't know when they're going to be reopening it. We haven't gotten word about the date, but it has caused a major inconvenience for anyone trying to get between LA and San Diego because the trains are just shut down in this area. Take a listen to some who rely on this train system.
It's a huge impact to the local economy. I know I even work in San Diego and can use the train off and on, and so it's disappointing to know that I'm going to be stuck on the 5 with traffic and stuff.
All right, take a look at some of the images we have from Sky 5 here, where you can see crews inspecting the slide area to determine the best approach for removing debris from the train tracks below. Amtrak, Pacific Surfliner train service, now suspended in this area, and freight trains can't pass through this area either. This is an issue that happens over and over again. This slope failure is the 5th service interruption in 3 years due to landslides. Last year, a landslide beneath part of the Casa Romantica Cultural Center here in San Clemente shut down rail service